Welcome back to the 5 a.m. Files, and today I want to talk about being bested. When you've been bested at something, and you gotta know when it's time to change course, when to quit, when to readjust. And in the same sense, when you've been bested, when you go to sleep, you have a dream, you have some thoughts, you sleep it. You what's it called? You sleep on it. You really think, you reflect, what your new calling is, what your new purpose is. And, in the terms of when you're bested, right? You've lost that thing. You can either redo it, go harder, or know when it's time to quit, know when it's time to pivot, know when it's time to change course, or do something completely different. And at the same time, when you're being called for something during the same period, that's when you pivot to what you're being called to. Pivot to what your body desires, what your mind desires. It's not like you pivot and you're your body will desire the easiest form, like resting, not going to the gym, eating whatever you want. That's a different type of desire, right? I'm talking about an ambitious desire, what your body wants to do after being bested, what your body wants to, a higher calling for your body to do. So, you have to know when you're bested. For example, I don't know, you fail at something, you fail at trying to think. You fail at a PR, but it's not something that it would coordinate with. Let's say you fail at a business, right? Doesn't mean you hold up, I'm gonna fucking sneeze. Doesn't mean you have to give up on the business. Right? If you have a higher calling to do another business, then yes, you're still doing a business, but it's a different business. Or you pivot, when you're bested at the business you're doing, you pivot and you change the form which you're proceeding in. And I think I'm at a crossroads with this as well. When to pivot with, for me at least, it's fitness, right? And the videos in a new form, a new strategy that I'm trying to, let's say, take on to see what is best for the viewers and what is best for me for content creation and content growth. I'll tell you one thing, you guys have stuck with me for at least 4 or 5 more years. So, I'm going to give myself a big enough timeline, and it might be more than that. That's why I said at least, at the very minimum, 4 or 5. But we could easily push that, 7 to 8 years of me putting up with no growth. Me giving it all I got until I give up. Who am I to think the measly 2 years I've done with not even high quality videos, who am I to think that 2 measly years obviously I was going to blow up? No. Who am I to think that? That's selfish, arrogant, and disrespectful to high quality content creators for me to think that I would blow up just because I thought so. No. I'm being delusional, but I'm being reasonably delusional in the form that it's going to take a lot more time. So, regardless, let's go back to when to pivot, when to answer your calling, and I think you'll know. It'll be quite vivid where you go, it's undeniable what I have to do here. And I have to change it up because the same shit isn't going to give me different results. So, I'm not going to say too much because everyone's experience is different. But I think you will know when you will have to pivot. Regardless, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow for the next day of the 5 AM Files.